I have to stop him!
It's still hard for you to shoot consecutively or while moving around.
I wish I were on the ground. Gotta calm down. I'll mess up if I panic. Can't let them escape. I need to land. Focus! The more types of attacks I have, the better. Let's try this! Delaware Smash! Air Force! Ah!
Hello everybody, Megazord X here. I'm back at it again to give you another very exciting episode review over My Hero Academia. And this time I'm going to be reviewing episode 84 called Deku vs. General Criminal. And if you haven't already watched my episode 83 review over My Hero Academia, you can go ahead and click that card in the corner and check that video out. And then come back and check this one though. And man, I gotta say, you know what? It's been a long wait to wait for this episode 84 if you're a dub fan such as myself. Because, you know, for the longest time after episode 83 aired, you know what? Hey, they put basically all dub productions that Funimation had to create on hold, and you know what, I just want to say a huge shout out and thanks to, you know, everybody working at Funimation, because they managed to get this episode dubbed and released on their service by doing, you know, recordings at everybody else's home because everybody's social distancing right now. So I just wanted to take the time out and say, you know, a short little quick little shout out to all the staff and the people in the production and all the voice actors that managed to, you know, take the time out and still be able to work and kind of give us this episode, even, you know, while we're still living in, you know, this global pandemic and dealing with the coronavirus and everything else like that though. But honestly, just thinking back at this whole entire episode as a whole in a nutshell though, man, I really enjoyed this, and honestly it really gave me some strong vibes between like Ash Ketchum and Team Rocket and Pokemon, because honestly I hadn't felt that kind of vibe in such a long time though. And there was quite a bit of good stuff that they kind of showed off, some little development for Izuku though, but even more so I think the stars of this episode was definitely mostly General, along with a little bit of his, you know, sidekick with La Brava though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this episode review of My Hero Academia. So the day of the school festival is finally here. It's time for everyone's hard work and practice to pay off, and all that is left for preparation is for Deku to buy some last minute supplies for their performance. Unfortunately, today is when Deku discovers that he may have been born with a quirk after all, villain attraction. The boy cannot even take 10 steps out of his door without running into some other supervillain he has to throw hands with, including walking smack into General Criminal and La Brava. This boy fights more criminals before breakfast than any of us will fight villains for our entire lives. From there, the episode mostly follows the early beats of Deku and General's fight. We learn that General's quirk is elasticity, and it lets him turn anything into a trampoline, including the air itself, and it's a suitable but yet silly power for the YouTube D-list supervillain. Plus, it can be implemented in surprisingly effective ways, making invisible barriers that propel Deku backwards and turning a construction site into a steel bounce house, and he tries to buy time to salvage his plan of sneaking into UA. Unfortunately, buying time is the main objective in this episode. The reveal of Deku's new Air Force move and his subsequent scramble with General is padded with a number of flashbacks. A few are new scenes hammering home how much work his classmates have put into their performance and how important it is for them in Eri. And as of this moment, Izuku's Air Force attacks aren't as flashy and definitely not as powerful as All Might's is, but it just goes to show that he has a lot of work to do in order to hone and develop his new technique. It's very versatile and promises to expand Deku's fighting abilities, especially combined with his new improved coordination thanks to Mina's dance lessons, but it lacks the oomph needed to carry the action as expected here. Thankfully, throughout this episode, General is plenty capable of keeping things lively. While he has been and continues to be a goofball, characters such as General can prove surprisingly tough if matched with the right quirks and circumstances. Even as he is slapsticks his way anyways, through an argument with Deku, he shows just how he's managed to evade capture as a small-time menace with some effective scheming. He baits Deku into trapping himself under a steel girder and adapts to the situation time and time again. There seems to be plenty of fight left to go at the end of this episode, with La Brava declaring that they'll need to use her quirk in order to get out of this, and hopefully the next episode will deliver an even stronger package. Even for a relatively low-stakes scuffle, there's no reason it can't be entertaining, and My Hero has proven it can deliver great unorthodox battles before. There are plenty of elements primed for exciting encounters, but they'll need to be able to put it together properly to keep this arc from petering out before it ends. And that is basically all I have to say about this episode as a whole, though. So honestly, I've been really liking, the development of Izuku and stuff. And man, we're just like right around the corner, right before this festival starts, though. And just the knack that Izuku always has in order to, always manage to get himself into trouble, because it's like villains are just straight up attracted to him or whatever, though. It's just truly something, though. But the matter of fact that, Izuku's trying to do everything in his willpower in order to stop General and La Brava from, reaching it to the school grounds, because, if they manage to reach it, they're going to shut down everything, though. So the matter of fact that he's so determined, and he has all that motivation and, just all that time he put within preparing for the school festival, and also trying to use this for Eri in terms of, helping her being able to recover from the previous stuff that happened within the first arc, though. Man, this man is really determined, though. So honestly, I really enjoyed this episode, though. Definitely, General is definitely the star of this episode, though, and the one that really kind of made the episode, though, because, without him, Izuku, wasn't going to really do much or whatever, though. The better the villain is, the more the hero can basically shine, right after that or whatever, though. So that's basically all I have to say about this episode, though. But let me know down in the comment section down below what all did you think about this episode. Did you really enjoy General and La Brava's move and kind of push towards they're trying to get onto the UA campus, though? And then what do you think about Izuku and trying to stop him with whatever kind of scenarios that General basically threw out there in order to kind of keep Izuku at bay? But let me know all your thoughts that you thought about this episode down in the comment section down below. But that is all that I have for y'all for this week's episode review over My Hero Academia. So you really like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that bell to keep up to date on all things My Hero Academia. If General Criminal manages to set foot on UA's campus, the school festival will be canceled. Since Izuku is the last line of defense, it is up to him to stop General's plan. And will Izuku manage to prevail, or will the bond between General and La Brava be the deciding factor in this fight? We'll have to find out about this and more in next week's episode review called School Festival Start. So remember, y'all, until whatever video I make next, go beyond. Plus Ultra!